I am really glad to be back because of you guys. I know I haven't seen some of you since last season, and maybe some of you are new and you've never seen me before, but I know that there are a ton of people in the room right now. So I'm so happy to see you guys here. If you want to just say hey right now, you can, and I will try to respond to as many people as I can tonight. I just wanted to start off by saying that I definitely always wanted to finish the series, but I didn't know as of last season if I wanted to still do videos and live chats, but a lot of people requested that I keep doing them. And last night's episode, went into it with like no expectations, but I thought it was okay, honestly. I wanted to go into it with an open mind, and it didn't, I thought it could have been a lot worse. I didn't think it was like phenomenal, but I also didn't think it was terrible. I think they've definitely had some way worse episodes. The only thing that really bugged me was the mask thing at the beginning, which I just think is ridiculous because the masks are like so professional, and I mean, I guess they're real masks. I don't know. They're like so professional that to me it's funny and ridiculous. So, I don't know, maybe like I'm losing my mind and thought it was okay. But I guess one of the things that I did like also about the episode was the fact that we didn't have like the new boyfriends or fiancés or whatever. And it was kind of like the whole old cast for the most part was back together. And it really reminded me of the way things were before season 6. So, oh, thank you, Rachel. But anyway, gosh, thank you guys so much for being here and for commenting. This is awesome. I'm going to say hi to as many people as I can. Hi, Tony. Hi, Daniel, Aaron, Elias, Rachel, Ben, Nastasia, Marge. And I know there's more people here. Caitlin and Christopher and Laura and Deja and Tootie Wootie and Brianna. Oh my gosh, Nixie. There's so many of you here. Jeffrey and Val's from Germany and Audrey. We'd probably be here all night if I tried to shout you all out, but thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Adeline. This is a L'Oreal color. I don't remember the name, but thank you so much. I really like pinks. But anyway, I was very interested to see what you guys think about it. One thing that really confused me was I thought that it was supposed to be a 2-hour episode because a lot of you guys tweeted me that. It said that on the Freeform website, and also I have DirecTV, and it said it was going to be 2 hours like on my guide on my TV. So Tony says Hannah's mask looked legit, and yeah, absolutely. It definitely, like I'm saying, it definitely looked like her face, but I knew that she wasn't dead because I'd seen so many previews of her in different parts of the season. Plus, I follow her on Snapchat, and I know she's still filming right now. I think they're filming the finale today, or maybe it was last night. I agree with Nixie. I was also surprised that they thought Allison killed Cece. Almost everyone thought that, and I just don't get where she became like the villain again because I thought they were kind of on her side. I don't know. I agree with Tootie Wootie and others of you who I know are excited for some of the older characters to come back, like Jenna, and I know that Noel's coming back. And I've seen some articles that Ren is coming back, but I don't know if that's been confirmed because I didn't see it like on a very trustworthy site, so maybe you guys know that. I mean, but I definitely think that Allie did not kill Charlotte. Like, I definitely think no. I think that's just a red herring because she's not really, like, she's on so many drugs, and it's just terrible what her husband is doing to her, so she can't get the correct words out. Paige is coming back is what I've heard, but also on Snapchat I saw her on set, so I don't know if that's been confirmed. Maybe it has, but it looked like it from Snapchat. But anyway, so yeah, some of you are saying, like Nixie, that Julian says he's coming back as Ren, and really when I was watching it, I really hope that he's going to be this major, whatever you call it, AD or whatever. I just feel like if it's not him, like who else could it be? And I know it could be a lot of people because the show does some crazy things sometimes, but I think they owe it to the fans to make him or somebody we've known forever, if not him, this main villain. I think that anyone who has issues with the show might not have as many issues if that happens, but if it ends up being some random person, I mean, really, that's ridiculous to me. Or like another twin or another family member that someone didn't know they had. Do I think Spencer kidnapped Hannah and was actually and it was actually her talking to Hannah? No, I think that that Hannah was just kind of having a vision, and actually it helped her because she realized she could get out of that area. So I really don't think they're going to make any of the girls evil, in my opinion. Who do I think killed Charlotte? I think the main villain, AD or whatever, killed Charlotte. Caitlin, that's what I think. Jamie is confused why Mona and Caleb were the only ones freaking out about Hannah. Aria worried about Ezra. Emily about Allison, and Spencer about her pickles and lunch. I don't know. I mean, sometimes the characters on this show are weird and do weird things. So I don't know. I mean, obviously you can tell now that Caleb doesn't want to be with Spencer anymore. Like, he's obviously completely on Team Hannah, you know? No, Dr. Rollins is definitely a villain. I mean, Adeline, I mean, gosh, he's right in there with Mary Drake. I just think they're awful. And I mean, what he's doing to his wife is terrible. He just wants her to rot away in that mental facility or whatever it's called. I mean, it's not, they had a name for it and I can't remember it. Marge says something weird happened at the beginning of the episode. Spencer sent a message to someone. How do you know Allie is alive? To whom and why? I don't know. I kind of think anything they do to make some of the girls look guilty is to throw us off. I could be wrong. I mean, of course, I've always wanted one of the girls to be a villain, especially like a main villain would be awesome. I don't think they're going to go there. They could. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, Caleb was kind of a jerk to Spencer, Laura. I completely agree. Like, I kind of felt bad for her because I think they're technically still together, right? I don't remember them breaking up last season. Yeah, Ezra is definitely back together. They're like, I mean, she's completely forgotten about her man that she was with. I didn't understand the countdown, Mark. I agree with you. What was the countdown? I mean, when we got to 0, I didn't know like what was going to happen. Like, really, I felt like nothing significant happened. Can anyone explain that to me? But yeah, so Raelia says Charlotte would have been in the Hannah mask. Wouldn't that have been a review? Oh, if Charlotte had been, yeah, I was kind of let down when the Hannah person was not a person. And some of you tweeted me, I can't remember who, they were like, obviously once they grabbed a hold of this person, they would realize it was just like a fake mannequin or whatever. So at that point, they shouldn't be so shocked, but they continued to be shocked even until they pulled the mask off. So it wasn't even a person. So yeah, it would have been way more dramatic if it had been Charlotte, but I guess she's been dead for a while now, so that might have been kind of disgusting. Aaron really wants Spaleb to break up, but he was still such a jerk to Spencer. He was. He definitely was. I want all the old ships together, so I wasn't as upset. But yeah, he was not nice at all. You said that, Aaron. Thank you. Yeah, because like, okay, you realize this is not a body once you touch it, so quit acting like you're shocked that it's not Hannah because like obviously it's like a stuffed, stuffed outfit or whatever. I don't know. Who were they burying? Asked Jeffrey. I'm sorry, I missed that. I mean, I saw them, but I don't know what were they doing. Does anybody know? That was weird to me. Hi, Dren. Hi, Terrence. Hi, Pretty Little Evans. Who do I think AD is? I'm hoping it's Ren. If not, let's make it Melissa or somebody. Even Jenna, I could kind of deal with, but Ren makes the most sense. And, they were making, someone made a statement last night that Mary Drake had been traveling to London, and I don't know if I don't know if Rollins and Mary are working with AD or if they're like enemies of each other. I don't know. But if they were working, I would think that would make sense because why was she in England, As far as Kaylin's asking if I think the main villain is Mary Drake or Elliot, neither. There is a bigger person who hasn't been revealed yet. So that's what we're trying to figure out. Jamie says the countdown clock for the 24 hours they had to tell AD who killed Charlotte. Thank you. So, and I believe it was Caleb who texted, I was going to say tweeted, but no. He texted that Allison did it, right? And that's not true. But I guess he was doing that. I guess he had a reason for doing that. Like he wasn't, I don't know. What do you guys think? Was he trying to like throw her under the bus or what? I agree with Jeffrey. At this point, he says Ren being AD would be fan service. So just something that they owe to us, which I think they do, because most of us do not like the crap with Cece and all of that. So with, Ren, I think could redeem the entire series. And is this the final? I wanted to ask you guys, is this the final season or do we have a season 8? Because I never could figure out which one was which. The masks are ridiculous to me, Vanessa. They really need to stop with those. And a couple people mentioned to me that they've had masks throughout the series, and they've had like doll masks and stuff like that, but at this point they're just so advanced and so ridiculous. And I never liked when they started, I think it was the CC reveal episode, when they started becoming like a sci-fi show, because they're really not a sci-fi show, but sometimes they try to transition into that, and I'm just like, this is not what you are. Like, don't try to change what genre you're in this late in the game. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Erin. Like, I've heard some of the people say that it was the last season, and then some people have told me there could be another season, so very confusing. I definitely think this should be the last season. I think actually season 6 was a waste and was just wasting time. I don't know if they were just trying to get ratings or get more money or get, have everyone have a job for another year. But like, I feel like maybe something will happen in this season, especially if it's the last season, things have to happen. So I just think it should end. And even shows that I absolutely love, there's some point where you just don't keep going and going and going, because we come to this place where we did last season where we were just throwing out crap episodes because, in my opinion, because it's like it's been going on too long and nothing was happening. So Vanessa says she watched the girls that were on the talk yesterday, which I meant to watch it and I did not. And they were saying it's probably not the last season, which I have, that bothers me, because I feel like if that's the case, then we will be played the entire season as viewers to believe like certain people are bad or there's one bad person, and then they can take that all back if they have a season 8. So I don't know. Here's a great question. Rachel says, why are they not telling Hannah's fiance and mother that Hannah got kidnapped? Maybe we're supposed to believe they already did that, but we haven't even seen them. I feel like all of the new boyfriends or fiancés are just out of the story. I don't even know how much of a role they're going to have this season. I definitely didn't like any of them anyway. So I don't know. But with them saying on the talk that this is probably not the last season, I think we can assume that this is probably not the last season, because I don't think they would even say that if they had no idea. If they weren't sure, they would just say they weren't sure or something, I think, anyway. Okay, so apparently Daniel says that AD will be revealed this season, and it's the last season, I guess, with all of the casts that we know. But, like, what else can we do? If that is true, and AD isn't announced or revealed, what are we doing with season 8? Because, to me, I'm thankful that they graduated and they're, like, not pretending to be high schoolers anymore, but, like, I just don't understand. At some point, to me, the writing is for really young people. And I just feel like for the actresses and the actors who are, like, 30 or getting to be that, some of them except for maybe, like, Sasha, it's kind of insulting. Like, I don't know why we're still doing this. Like, if it were me, I guess the money's really good, but I would be wondering if I, was one of the people on the show, like, wait, why am I still doing this? Because I don't know what we're doing here. That's kind of what I feel. Yeah, I agree that they still act like they're in high school. And I just don't think, like, even if they start getting married and stuff like that, it's hard to change the show that much, really. And that would just kind of be crazy if people were married and having babies, but they were still being stalked or whatever. Like, maybe they should do a spinoff. I don't know. But sometimes things just don't work, like after people grow up or after people pass into a new phase of life, because other shows have tried to do stuff when people were older and whatever, and a lot of times it failed. Or it was like when people were kids and they tried to do stuff as teens and like it just wasn't as good. I don't know. Right. Like Grey's Anatomy has been on forever and I've never watched it. Tony and I know people love it, and I don't know what has happened on there. People have probably like been babies and are in middle school now on there. I don't know. But maybe it's not as difficult on that show because everyone started as adults with the same with the job in the hospital instead of like freshmen in high school. So I don't know. I don't think that Shower Harvey is going to be back. I can't remember, like, what has happened to her. Is she dead or what? I've forgotten about her, which has been really awesome because I can't stand her. And it was so good to me. I think that's one of the reasons I enjoyed the episode more, was because we didn't have those terrible people that like brought the show down. Like, I think she really brought the show down. I think the new boyfriends and fiancés who came out of nowhere brought the show down. Okay, so yeah, Troyan is she's the oldest, I think, and which is completely fine, but it's like, I don't know. Like, this has just been, I can deal with the season, but the fact that we're going to have another season, it's just like, oh my God, I don't know. So again, let me just tell you guys, these comments fly by. So if I don't read yours, it's not because I'm skipping it. So feel free to just keep commenting it so I can see it. Because when I start talking, I miss a bunch of comments and then they're totally gone for me. Adeline thinks that AD is Jordan because Mona said he might have had an Aussie accent and he's the only one. He was in a couple of episodes, but I think she's mistaking it for British and she didn't want to say British because everyone would think of Ren. And I think Jordan being AD would be ridiculous because we barely know him. Apparently this is the season of romance and the girls will do something terrible. I don't know. I felt like last season was a season of romance with new romance, with people getting engaged and people having boyfriends. And I don't think that is the basis of the show. Luke is at Starbucks. It's pretty cool that you can watch this from Starbucks. I would definitely do that. I love Starbucks. But yeah, I mean, why would we be focusing on romance like this late into the show? We need to solve the problems. We need answers for like a lot of questions. Number one, who killed Mrs. D? I can't even remember how many questions we have. Yes, I know, Rachel, that someone is getting married. And yes, I know that Elliot is British too. And I think that's who she was overhearing when Mona was hearing the British person. It was Elliot. Yeah, so wow, Jeffrey wants Allison to be AD. I think that would be awesome, but I don't think that they will go there, but that would be cool. I've always thought that they won't go with any of the main girls being AD, but we will see. I don't care about Marion Rollins either, Rachel, and I think those are two more people who bring the show way down, and hopefully something will happen to them. I'm hoping someone kills them or something, to be honest, because I don't like them. And it's not that I have a problem with new characters, but with this show, it's so well established, and I never like the fact that Mrs. D has a twin sister who's evil. I kind of find that silly. And I guess it's sort of going along with some stuff that happened in the books, which I haven't read. But anyway, could Mary be Spencer's mom? Yeah. Holly, I think that's a really good point because how weird was Mary acting in Spencer's house? And she kept saying stuff like she knew her family really well or something. Definitely that was foreshadowing something. There was definitely a little message in there for those who were paying close enough attention. So something is going on. Something's definitely going on. I think definitely we're going to find out like something like people have different parents than they thought. And I know we've discussed this a lot that I've almost forgotten, like who could have the different parent combinations because it's been a while since I've thought about the show. Jamie wants to know if I think Mary is Spencer's mom. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it's possible. Something's up. And we still haven't resolved, and I don't know if they have dropped this or what, but the whole thing with Hannah and the twin and her mom seeing twins and what's up with that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they've dropped it or not. Nastasia is saying, is it bad that I don't recall key things I wanted to get answers from the past? Yeah, because there's so many. Well, that's the thing. I can't, like Maya. I think that Marlene told people last season that she is not going to speak about Maya again, which is kind of ridiculous to me because if you remember in season 5, she was throwing her name in there like subtly. And like, I think her name was written like on a piece of paper when they were in jail. There were like all these Maya clues. And then people were like all thinking, they were thinking she was coming back. And then Marlene was like, no, this storyline has been wrapped up for a long time. Like she was dead like a long time ago. And I'm just like, well, why were you putting her back in the story? Sometimes I think other things are going on with the show and they don't tell us. Like maybe they were trying to get her back and she couldn't do it or didn't want to do it or something, so it got dropped and they're just not going to tell us. Martin wants the show to end tragic. You want the show to end tragically? Like that makes me laugh because I think that's great. I think somebody needs to die. You can hate me for saying that, but I think something big needs to happen and not be fake and not them come back to life in a couple of weeks or whatever. Like, I think one of the main girls, as much as I do like them, needs to go. I really do, because do something big. People, come on. I mean, half the time when they kill someone, they come back to life. Let's kill someone and keep them dead. Okay? All right. Because if AD or whatever did something awful, then we'd have a real reason to hate them. I mean, they've probably done a lot of bad things, but let's just go all out. That's what I think. But I don't know. But we'll see. So Rachel wants AD to be Toby or Mona. I'm fine with that, honestly, at this point. If they want to make any of the main people AD, I'm fine. If they want to make somebody's new fiance, new boyfriend, random character, somebody's twin we didn't know about, not cool with that. Somebody's family member we didn't know about, no. Like, it needs to be someone from the original cast, in my opinion, or shortly thereafter, I don't know what Sarah Shepard thinks. I think Sarah Shepard's probably thinking she's getting paid because I know she gets a cut of this every time they release an episode. So she's probably happy that they're still doing episodes and doesn't care what they do with it because she gets paid from the books and now she gets paid from the show. So she's probably pretty, doing pretty well. Okay, do we ever find out who they were burying? No, and if someone answered me, I didn't see it. So yeah, I've definitely thought, Vanessa, that Ren and Elliot were brothers. Absolutely. I think that's very likely, or cousins or something. Dren thinks that Rollins killed Allison with that injection. Really? I don't think so. I just think he's trying to keep her, like, knocked out. But, like, like in a daze. And the person that the girls were burying is Allison's body, and they're feeling guilty because they told AD that Allison killed Charlotte. So, at the beginning, was that a flash forward? I totally missed it if so. But wow, that would be crazy. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Mr. HODZIC that, and hello, I remember you, that if Noel was that would be stupid, because like he hasn't been around forever, in my opinion, because I kind of like him, even though he's like an evil character, but he's not been relevant for such a long time. And honestly, Ren hasn't been relevant for a long time, but I could deal with that more. It makes more sense. So it was a flash forward. Okay. But why would they, if she died in the hospital, I don't think they would be burying her in a ditch though, because, you know what I mean? Like she would, like the hospital people would take care of her, right? Unless they took her out of the hospital and killed her or something. So yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, like, okay, are people really fighting in here? Surely not. Oh, surely not. People are surely not fighting. I hope that's just a joke in the comments. What do I think about season 8 being season A, like all about A? I know a lot of people have talked about that, and that would be awesome, but I've never really heard anyone with the show say that was a possibility. I just have heard the fans talk about that. So yeah, I think that would be so cool, really. I would love that. Hi, Georgie. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I like Noel. I think he's really good looking, to be honest. And he was on Dancing with the Stars, I think, the guy who plays him. And he's actually seems like really cool. And not like evil, like his character. Val is getting annoyed by PLL. Well, I've been I've been furious with the show, but I'm still here. I've told you guys all the way that I'm going to oh my goodness, the comments. I've told you guys the entire time I'm going to finish the series, regardless if I'm doing videos. But, it is more fun when we can talk about it. And thankfully, this episode did not make me angry. And I'm hoping that the rest of the season will be okay, or good even, because nobody wants to watch a show and get angry all the time. But I'm going to keep watching it regardless because I need to know how it finishes, even if we have to wait another year, that's crazy to me. Jordy liked the premiere. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I really did. But that's interesting to me. Like, who are they burying? I don't know. You think Caitlin thinks the same person who killed Mrs. D killed Charlotte? Yeah, I really think that's a possibility. I really do. Ezria will be the only one who will last. I think so, definitely. I don't know why they won't tell us who killed Jessica, but maybe that's part of the reveal of the AD, and the AD is going to confess to it, or they'll figure it out, or something. Do I think Mary was the one that had an affair with Peter? Yes, really, yeah, I definitely think that. Absolutely. Hi, Charlotte. Thank you for being here. Just remember, quickly want to mention that, okay, bye, Luke. See ya. If you got here late or whatever, this shows up on my channel like 5 minutes after we're done here. So you can always watch it and make your comments. I reply to everyone. Every now and then comments go into spam. And if I don't reply to you, that's probably why. So Twitter, if you're on there, I see all the tweets. You can always tweet me if I'm not replying to something on YouTube, because sometimes people get flagged and it's not me doing it, it's YouTube. And like one day I looked and I had like 100 messages in spam, and I felt bad because I recognized some of your names, but it was like from months ago. So I don't know. So I'm sorry. Sometimes I do go there and I don't always get to check that. Caitlin thought the girls were burying Hannah, but no, I'm pretty sure they're not, because she's been on Snapchat and she's still filming the show. So she appears to be alive unless she's being a ghost or something. So Adeline says Mary and the Hastings have met because Mary knew if she was Spencer or Melissa. Yeah, did she call it? Well, she said though, didn't she say, are you Spencer or are you Melissa? But she probably actually knew. Where is Jason? I think they said, Holly, that his character was coming back. I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. So she thought that Mary thought that Melissa was Spencer. I mean, Spencer was Melissa. We haven't seen Melissa in forever. Is she coming back? I want to know. Yeah, Mary Drake was creepy, but I keep thinking that she's Mrs. D because she technically is the same person. So I don't know. Like if you watch Orphan Black, that's an example of someone who can literally play totally different roles and it's so believable. But in this case, I feel like this woman who plays those roles seems like the same woman who was Mrs. D, honestly. Okay, so Dren says it's really plausible that they're burying Allison because we know they make a big mistake. That mistake would be that they tell AD that Allison killed Cece. Well, that's fine, and maybe AD kills Allison, but why are they burying her? Maybe it'll all make sense. That would be crazy, honestly. Like, if she ends up dying pretty soon, like, that's crazy to me. I don't know. I mean, Mary's definitely got with Hannah. Yeah, I thought it was interesting when Hannah escaped and she was asking, like, trying to get cars to help her. And of course, the car that stopped was Mary. I think that they will put her, I think she'll put her back in that dungeon or a different dungeon. I don't know. But I know she ends up back with the girls pretty soon just from previews and stuff and pictures I've seen. So I don't know. Yeah, Alexis says that Mary Drake looks like Vivian Darkbloom, Allie's alter ego. Yeah, I agree with you. So I wonder how that would connect. Oh my gosh, so many comments. Please keep commenting if I miss you, not on purpose. Yeah, I think they're burying someone, Kresha, but I don't know who. Jeffrey thinks that Spencer should be AD, especially with the Hannah hallucination. Spencer had no bangs, and Troian would end the show beautifully. Okay, that's a good catch. I mean, like I've said from probably ever since you guys have watched me or from the beginning of doing these videos, would love for one of the girls to be a villain, would love it. Sometimes I just feel like this show would not do something that drastic because even when they try to kill people, most of the time they're not dead, as we know. So I would love that. Like, as much as I like the girls. Well, do I think any of the 5 main girls will be killed off? Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if this show's going to go there, you know? I just don't know. Adeline doesn't think Mike will come back because he's on Teen Wolf. He's been on Teen Wolf for a while, and we haven't seen him for a really long time. So, but yeah, I think deep down, I think the girls aren't evil, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. Crasher wants Allie to die. I don't think Allie killed Charlotte. I don't think she deserves to die, so I don't know. Yeah, I thought that the episode was honestly, you know, I thought it was pretty good. Like, I was genuinely kind of interested when Hannah escaped, and I was wondering who was going to pick her up, and I was like, I think this is not going to be good. Like, I think someone shady is going to stop. Dren presumed that Rollins killed Allison because before giving her injection, he told her, I know you killed Charlotte. But he also said to her, I'm going to let you rot here for the rest of your life. So that kind of means, I think, that he's just going to keep her there, keep injecting her, or have other people inject her to keep her, like, alive, but not really aware of what's going on. So it was, like, a terrible state, like, nobody would want to be in. I see I'm missing some good comments, and now they're totally gone. Yeah, Nixie, I loved it when Hannah got out and sort of saved herself almost. Charlotte doesn't want Arya or Ezra to die. Georgie says Allison killing Charlotte could have been a good storyline, but I think it's just a red herring. Yeah, I definitely don't think she did it. Absolutely not. The needle thing, I think he was giving her like drugs to keep her awake, but to keep her like out of it, you know? Like almost like if you're going to have a surgery, you're awake sort of, but you have really not there. You can't have a conversation with somebody. Why do I think AD was so convinced the liars knew who killed Cece as Terrence? See, I don't know. Like, was AD the one texting them, or was it like Mary and Rollins? I get kind of confused there. I think Elliot is a bad guy, though. I mean, I don't know how he's not a bad guy. Why did Emily suddenly start getting feelings for Allison when she was thinking Allison killed Cece? I'm so baffled. This is ridiculous. So when they were like in bed together, wasn't that like a huge flashback? Some of it, yeah, the Emerson flashback, yeah. I mean, I think she's always had feelings for her, and I guess she doesn't want to believe like she's a murderer, but now she does believe that. Who is AD? I think it could be Ren. I think it could be a lot of people. I don't know. But Riley says, what was up with Hannah's dream? Is it a foreshadow that Spencer may die because the girls used to dream about Allison when she was dead, but this Spencer had no bangs? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that means. You said, I hope there's not a twin, says Riley, but the twin theme has been, you know, you know, it's been something that's been prevalent throughout the whole series pretty much. So who knows? How did Rollins know if he's not AD? I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're trying to tell us there's another villain in addition to like Rollins and Mary are together and they're one entity, and then there's this other person. That's what I'm getting. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know where Sarah Harvey is, Leland, but I hope she doesn't reappear because I can't deal with her, honestly. I don't know. So at this point, like, who knows what they're going to do? And hearing that this could be possibly another season is just kind of like mind-boggling to me, because will they waste our time again this season? I really don't know. Just wanted to say quickly that if you are new here and you're just now seeing this for the first time, I'm covering all of PLL Season 7 with live chats and videos. So I would love for you to subscribe and thumbs up this video if you enjoy the show or enjoy these chats or videos. Thank you so much. So Mona actually, as Marge is saying, is, I think, good finally and wants to be helpful. And she has a lot of like spy skills and everything. And she's trying to actually be helpful this time. So William says hopefully AD is either Jenna, Ren, or Liar, or one of their boyfriends. Jeffrey thinks, I feel like we will know after last night's ratings if there will be a season 8. I bet there will be anyway. I don't know, because it seemed like people were okay with the episode. So we will see. Christopher says, do you think the evil twin story Allison told us about Jessica and Mary? Yeah, it could be. I mean, I know that was quite a while ago, but it definitely could be. According to Snapchat, there isn't much Mona this season. That's interesting. I wonder what happens with her character. Which one? Oh yeah, I know this is kind of silly to me, but they call A like Uber A, AD, and A-emoji because they were sending those stupid emojis. I hated those so much, but like that's stupid to me, like calling them A-emoji. I don't know. Mary could have very well killed Jessica, Rachel. I could definitely agree with you. Yeah, we could have. I mean, I think there could be different killers with different motives, Mr. HOD, definitely. I think we're going to wrap this up since we've been talking for more than 30 minutes now. So if you have any last minute thoughts, and I know a lot of you had a lot of thoughts and this has been awesome, type them out quickly so I can get to you if we haven't talked about them, if I've missed you. But I know I've missed a lot of people, and definitely come back this video like when we're done and comment there so that I can reply. I'm so sorry. But as the season goes on, we'll think about doing our live chats. My in-game couple, I really like Ezria. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. But I honestly really like Hannah and Caleb too. Thank you, Adeline. That's so sweet. Yeah, I think Marlene is crazy, but I quit following her on Twitter, so I don't know. Maybe she's nicer now. I have no idea. You started watching this show back from the beginning, Charlotte, and have to say used to be written so much better. I haven't done that, but I completely agree. I'm sure that that's completely true. Oh, Caitlin's like, I like Haley, and I'm like, who is Haley? But she likes Caleb. I don't go to Reddit anymore because of all the crap that came out with Reddit that was not true. So I don't know. And I haven't watched Unreal. I heard that was pretty good. But maybe Caleb is dying, says Marge. So I don't know. But anyway, thank you so much for being here and for commenting like crazy. I love that so much because this makes this so much fun. And please come every week. This will always be on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And again, if I missed your comment, I didn't get to your comment, you think of something, this will be on my channel in like 5 minutes. So please comment there. I will come back and answer your comments. And I'm sorry I wasn't trying to ignore anyone, but there have been so many comments and they fly by. So I will definitely see you if you post on YouTube or on my YouTube video. Because they don't fly by then. So thank you guys so much. And my PLL video will be up tomorrow with my extended thoughts and everything. So I love you guys and I hope you have a great week. And I will see you tomorrow with my new video. Bye, guys.